Greetings, Josie here. And as we continue on the journey with the Major Arcana, may you have a seat, connect with your most beloveds, those that carry great soul protection, much guidance, much medicine to assist us on our paths. May I ask what card wishes to be shared for us to consider and contemplate today? The Hermit. Many have shared, the number 9 in this card. When they count the year 2025, they're like, it's a 9-year. So it must be the teachings of the Hermit. How has this year been, my loves? How has this year been? There's some prompts. There's some prompts for some review. I'm getting almost like an energy of the frustration of like, is it over yet? Is it over yet this year? And there's like, well, guess what? There is some good cheer. There's some good times, and some gentler days ahead. If you rest, if you care, if you allow yourself some time to sift through what this year is like, sharing in review. Okay, lots is like flowing through. I understand now why I was, again, needing my headdress today for this connection. All right, I'll see what I can share. As we see, the Hermit stands with a strong staff that connects what might be thought of as like the energy of ether or of the heavens and of the earth, right? It's a staff of awareness that things are connected, as above, so below. And that there's almost like a strength in that holding or the carrying of that staff, of the knowledge that you have built this year, the knowledge that you carry at this time. Take a moment to like, almost like, even if you don't have a staff, like, to envision like this staff that you are holding, that you are deeply connected into the roots of your ancestors, right? Deeply connected, like almost like the staff has burst forth and gifted itself from your family tree. Much to sift through in your family and your ancestry. Some things might be coming up. For, of course, the Hermit is almost shown as like someone that looks in and looks into the wisdom that is carried in the wisdom of the spaces between, in those liminal points of like secrecy and mystery that are carried. Look into your family trees. I keep getting this strong thing. Look into your family trees and see and acknowledge that there may be information missing. Maybe even people at that time that might not have been like thought of as to be as like fine and fabulous as the rest of their line. And so they were literally just, their names were omitted. And so there's this thing to acknowledge that when you stand in the strength of your ancestry, the strength of your, of all that have come before you, all that have walked before you on this life path, right? The human body path, is to acknowledge that there also may be some things that have been forgotten or like mistakenly omitted from things. And this is a good time to light the lantern and move into some of those darker spots, knowing that you're most protected and most cared for in this kind of like introspective site. And in that light that is being held, some things might seem quite shadowy, right? Like it's almost like I'm seeing, like if you brought in a lantern into a cave that hasn't been, or like has been untouched for a very long time, right? That light would dance along the walls in a specific way. It might make certain things within the cave seem much larger, much bigger, and other things seem much fainter to the sight. And so know that in the flickering light of the lantern, there is an acknowledgement that not all as well may be seen. So there's something of kind of digging a little deeper, digging a little deeper into your practices, into the things that support you in your sight, in your envisioning of things, and take some time to sit with them, to sort through them, right? This is like time to be a little bit softer and gentler in the work when the hermit arises, softer and gentler, acknowledging that all that wisdom that you are seeking, those answers or those like empty blank spaces that you're trying to comprehend about you, right? All that information is there, but some just might have been kind of buried and tried to almost like be erased due to some of the inconsistencies or the difficulties or like the prejudices and the judgments of previous generations. And so then over time it feels like we forget. Over time it feels like things have been forgotten or things are lost. And so you continue then to seek with the light, right? Of going like, what can I find within the darker crevices of my soul, within the cupboards, within like the corners of my spaces, because you feel like something has been lost. And so there's something of then going, okay, that thing that has been lost is simply something that has just been almost like erased out or scrubbed out from my memory over times and can we allow some almost like condolences and some forgivenesses to the trespasses and difficulties and fuckeries, a part of my my expletives, but the fuckeries of the generations past. And can we step into, and they're like, step into the lands that you know that you are from. Step into like the awarenesses that are very prevalent and have surfaced in your awareness of whom you are and what you bring to the table. And then allow potentially a little bit of time to lean in towards those shadowy things, those things that potentially will hold much information to support you in slowly uncovering, and I'm just seeing like them, like literally like the dust that even by your feet, right? Like you're just like sifting through it and you'll find this like little sacred remnant, like a little archaeology dig of the people that carry such gifts and such awarenesses to support you on this path forward. For there is something also in knowing that this path forward is a little different, and many have felt this, that there's multiple things that have occurred this year that have kind of like are almost like scraping the way. Sometimes it wasn't like, it might have been, I'm feeling it like not as comfortable. It might have felt like a tooth cleaning, right? Or like those things that we do that we know are doing like a, good hygiene, good support of us, but are a little uncomfortable when we actually get them. And so that is the gentle work at this time of year. And at this time, whenever the card comes, there's something also to share that like in this message, yes, there's a reason for this card to come today, right? To prompt this work forwards for the rest of this hermitage year, right? This year of the teachings and accessing some of the forgotten teachings, allowing some more remembrances to surface from your ancestral lines, understanding how they have intersected and moved through these lands, so that you can comprehend why and where are your sacred grounds, so that you can step into further workings with your ancestral magics and medicines to support you in the momentum forwards into this next cycle and into this next chapter, into this next path. So yes, hermit prompts that coming into, like, access your caves, access your sacred lands, access your sacred grounds, meditate, breathe, those gentle processes, right, that we do to support accessing elsewhere, like what might feel like elsewhere, just like not necessarily exactly where you are placed in the, like, the land and the geographical GPS location of where you are. And allow that elsewhere to expand. Allow yourself to go a little bit forwards into, like, some what might feel like foreign lands. And those things, like, as you look around into those spaces, you may start to uncover some of the places of where your ancestors left little symbols, little remembrances, to bring you back into the awareness of the wisdom that you naturally carry, the things that can actually support much in your life and even beyond your life. They're saying, like, there's this uncovering of experiences past that can fill in some of the blanks from, like, the fuckery that was before, to support you in a more assured walk forwards, and a more assured walk forwards. And that assured walk, as you see, it doesn't have to be like this big, confident, swashbuckling hero path. We can lean into the support of the earth, the air, right? The elements, the knowledge of our bones, right? Of our carriage, of the blood that moves through us. We can even allow a little shuffle in our walk, right? They're acknowledging as well, when you get this card, that there may be, like, extra exhaustion at this time, extra time of just kind of going, it's time to unwind. And so knowing that, like, these types of practices that are prompted with the hermit are not to be done with vigor, okay? They are asked to be done in, like, the gentle, like, you know what I mean? Almost like, okay, I give up. I'm done. I drop my bags, I drop my things, and I'm just, like, here. And I will just breathe and be here and allow what arises, even if it's like the subtlest thing, even if it looks just like this golden ring, even if it just looks like this little pouch, it's like, and you don't have to decipher it. You don't have to, like, take that out in, like, a braille code, try to, like, comprehend it and Google all the experiences. You're welcome to. That's a lot of good mental work. But this is not mental work that is prompted within the hermit. It is devotional work. It is soft, gentle, introspective work that you can allow to take the time